Well, excited that we got a win, and happy that our team came back from Christmas break with some energy, and hopefully we can improve on some things from this game moving forward, because we need to. And I think we're all excited about SEC play in front of us.
Questions, please? David? Dan?
Hey, Coach. Congrats on the win. Are you surprised at all about Jessie's performance today?
I think she's been shooting the ball a lot better in games as of late, as well as knocking down some shots in practice. Obviously, we're getting a lot of shots up outside of practice. That's probably helped her with just routine and confidence. So, I think we knew she was capable of having a pretty good game.
Do you think it was just a matter of time with her? She was talking about, I just need to maybe shoot the ball more in games to develop some confidence and such. I mean, was this just a matter of time then, do you think?
Yeah, I think for her, I think that confidence piece was definitely big. She looked extremely confident shooting the basketball today. And, when you have that, that's going to give you an opportunity to make some shots. And her teammates, I think, do a better job now of looking for her and expecting her to shoot the ball. They couldn't have been happier every time she made a three. And so, that makes you feel good as a shooter. And, I think it's just, just kind of our players figuring out roles, both for themselves and each other.
Jordan, Matt?
Kellie, you said yesterday that Stanford game was good for kind of giving your team some tangible evidence as to what you had been kind of trying to correct over the last few weeks. Did you see maybe any steps forward taken with some of those things that you'd like to correct?
I thought in the first half, we talked about it as a staff, I thought in the first half we had some really, really good offensive possessions. Our spacing was good, our ball movement was good, the timing on drives and timing on post passes. I thought we had some really good possessions that we can build on in that first half. Not so much in the third quarter, but again, maybe a little bit in the fourth quarter. We were able to get some good offensive executed plays.
Will?
With Jessie's confidence, did you ever notice it waver during the early part of the season? Did you ever maybe talk with her about shooting more or getting those chances in games more?
Well, I can't say that I saw Jessie's confidence waver. I think, she always plays with a pretty good head on her shoulder and with knowing what she needs to do and how she needs to play. We have seen her pass up some shots in games and in practice that we talked to her about. It's not just about her shooting. Our team is better because if you shoot those shots, it's in rhythm. We can rebound it if you do miss it. It just makes sense. And so she's been taking more shots as of late. And I think it's the confidence to take the shot, that she's got.
Stop.
Coach, 4 players scoring double digits today. How do you see the strength of offense, especially in the game that you wanted to prepare the team for the SEC schedule?
Well, I think, for us, we have different people that can make plays and make shots. And when we're sharing the basketball, like we did today, I think we're a better basketball team. When we move the ball, when our execution is a little bit higher in terms of our ball reversals, our screening action, I think our offensive production is a little bit higher.
Maria? Caleb?
Bit by bit, Jordan's getting a bit more comfortable out there. You're going to go into SEC play with a freshman point guard. There's no way around that. How do you approach that with her? Because things are about to get a lot tougher.
Well, one thing that we've been doing, we have been talking about SEC play for a while now, and we've been building up to what's about to happen. We've been building up to the tough night in, night out games that we're going to have to play. And, hopefully Jordan and everybody else, especially the young ones, have been listening. They've been hearing what we've been saying. And, in the third quarter, between the third and fourth quarter, I had a rant in the timeout. Part of it was you've got to get ready for SEC play. And, you know, hopefully just talking about that has helped them a little bit understand what that needs to look like.
Coach, Jessie was asked what she did over Christmas break that led to her career day. She said she went to New York City. So I was wondering if you considered a team field trip.
Team field trip. Yeah, if a team field trip to New York City would allow everyone to make 5 of 7 from the 3-point line, I probably should consider New York. Maybe we can go up to Connecticut. Maybe that's close enough. We'll rub off on us.
Dan and then Jordan.
Kelly, was today's game maybe a good example of what you're looking for from Ray? It looked like on the offensive end, she was kind of under control and took some good shots for her. And then on defense and on the boards, I mean, she was just flying around out there. Is this a good sort of change of pace that allows her to play really well?
Yeah, Ray is coming off a really good game at Portland State where she was just extremely aggressive playing downhill. I thought this game, she still played hard, but had a little bit more control about her. You know, everybody's still going to have opportunities to get better, as she does as well. But, you know, I think we're going in the right direction with her. I really do. And, you know, just when you think that maybe an offensive possession got a little stagnant, next thing you know, here comes Ray in for an offensive board above everybody else. I thought she made some big plays that only Ray can make because of her high motor and her athleticism.
Jordan.
The new year nearly upon us, kind of the time of year everyone starts to write their resolutions. If you were to give a resolution to this team and maybe to yourself, what would those be?
You know, I don't know that I've ever made a New Year's resolution, so I'd have to really give that some thought. You know, for me, I'm just trying to do the right thing every single day, and New Year doesn't change that. Do I get it right every day? No, but I feel good about it because I try. You know, I really put thought into every decision that I make, and conscientious about everybody that we're around. So I'm sure I'll come up with something for the team that we'll talk about me in the new year for sure, though.
Kind of along the same lines, Coach, when you look back at the last calendar year, did you ever imagine 1 year ago that you would have the same kind of changes to your life and you'd be right here 1 year later?
It's been a crazy year. It's been a lot. We've had a lot going on, and you know, last year at this time, taking a team into conference play, and I feel pretty good about it. My record wasn't great, but I felt really good about that team and what that team could do. And, you know, so no, if you'd have told me this time last year where I would be sitting 365 days later, I probably wouldn't have believed you. It's just been it's been an amazing ride. It's been a lot. It's been a lot on our plates, but you know, I'm just excited about the journey and you know, about being in Tennessee. When you have passion for it, you know, you just have so much energy for doing your job every day.
Gustavo and then Will.
Speaking of, amazing ride at Tennessee, I mean, the year's coming to an end and you're already 12 games into the program. How do you see the 2019 year for you as a coach of Tennessee with the players, in the court?
I think we've made some strides. I think we have, we've gotten some questions answered. We've got some questions still remaining, but I think we've got, we know what we're working with. We know where we need to improve. I think that's one of the biggest things for us is to continue to improve and be okay with that. And, but as far as how far we've come since April, we've come miles. We still may have miles to go, but we've come miles, and I'm proud of them for that.
Will and then David.
All 11 players saw the court by midway through the second quarter today. Are you wanting to keep that heavy rotation come conference play, or are you looking for more set lineups?
I traditionally like playing a lot of players. I like getting them in. I think it's good for a lot of reasons. I think it's good for your depth. It helps develop your depth. I think it's good for team chemistry and team camaraderie. We get an SEC play. I can't say that I wouldn't shorten the bench if I needed to. If a game may be going a certain way, you need to keep somebody in a little bit longer. I think I may have to be a little bit more strategic with some of our substitutions in some games. But the good thing is our players are used to this rotation now. They understand that at any moment they could be in or out of the game, and hopefully that will help us. And you know, again, you're one injury away from somebody having a big role at any moment, and that's why you have to prepare everybody on your team for future minutes played.
David and then Maria.
You mentioned earlier that there were some things to improve, or there's things that you saw in today's game that you feel like need to get fixed before you start SEC play?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Our boxing out was non-existent today. I didn't think we had a lot of folks technically boxing out. I thought we turned and watched. I did not like our transition defense today. We had a few too many silly turnovers. And then I thought our defensive communication wasn't as good as it needed to be. So I can nitpick all day. But there are definitely areas that we'll need to continue to get better.
Maria.
Coach Renee obviously got the commemorative basketball before the game, and you said something to her which made her smile. What did you say to her there at center court?
Oh, I just told her congratulations, and then I think she probably smiled that I walked off and left her there in front of her. Renee is actually a little bit shy, and so having her out there at center court when everybody's looking at her clapping for her probably wasn't her idea of fun. So I know I chuckled when I walked off and left her in the spotlight.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you guys for coming.
Thanks,